Welcome back to another video I have for you guys here today on Madden 20. Today it's going to be a fantasy-style rebuild of the Minnesota Vikings. This team has been suggested to me lately, so I definitely wanted to try to get to them as soon as possible. But before I really begin this video, if you guys are new around here and end up enjoying this one, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you guys back for my next upload. Also, if you end up enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like down below. Two final plugs here before I get started. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, links to those are down below. But now, let's start talking about this team. So the Vikings have a very good team. They're an 83 overall, 83 offense, and 83 defense. Kirk Cousins is the starting quarterback. He's having a good year. I think he was named player of the month for like October or something. I don't know, but he's having a great season. I feel like a lot of his success has to do with the fact that Dalvin Cook is doing what he's doing. Dalvin Cook is absolutely going off. He's playing like one of the best running backs in football right now. When you have a great running back like him, it opens up the pass game. It makes Kirk Cousins' job a little bit easier. I'm not trying to, undermine what Kirk Cousins has been doing. He's been playing really well, but I think the tandem between the two definitely help out each other. A good run game allows for play action to be executed better, and Kirk Cousins is one of the best play action quarterbacks in the NFL, so it definitely helps him out a lot when he has a great running back. Also, Dalvin Cook's superstar X Factor ability is like glitched out in the game. It doesn't say he has one, and I can't do anything about it. Maybe that'll get fixed. If you guys know what the issue is, please let me know, because I would definitely like to know. I don't know what's up about that. But also here on the side, it only says that Thielen's ability is activated, so I don't know what's up with that. But Dalvin Cook is a beast. I'm happy to have him on the team. This is probably the best wide receiver duo, at least in football right now, Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. There could be some other guys I'm missing out on, but these two guys are so good. They're probably both like top 15 receivers. Maybe, I don't know if I'll say top 10. There's so many ridiculously good receivers. It's really difficult to rank the top 10, honestly. Once you get out of like the top 3, it's very hard to rank those guys from then on. But, they're both super good. You have Josh Doxson down here. Laquan Treadwell isn't too bad. When I say that, I mean in Madden. 71 overall, I guess, isn't awful. The offensive line for this team isn't rated too highly, but I can't imagine they're playing that poorly, right? This team's record's pretty good. I can't imagine the offensive line isn't doing well if the record is good. Maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. Riley Reiff at left tackle, Pat Elflein at left guard, Garrett Bradbury at center, Josh Klein at right guard, and then Brian O'Neill, I believe, at right tackle. It is Brian. Okay, so, Garrett Bradbury, Pat Elflein, Brian O'Neill are definitely here to stay. I'd like to see how they can develop. But Josh Klein and Riley Reiff are probably going to be traded here because this is not realistic. I definitely said that, but in case you guys forgot, Kyle Rudolph at the starting tight end position. He's not a bad tight end at all. He's an 83 overall, but I think I'll be trading him. He's expensive and he's going to regress. Also, they just drafted Irv Smith Jr., who has a lot of potential. He has at least star development, which is huge. He's a rookie out of Alabama. I definitely want him to be the tight end of the future. I'm just going to put him up there now. So I will be trading Kyle Rudolph. I apologize if you guys love Kyle Rudolph. Defensively, let's start with the secondary. So they have Xavier Rhodes at their number 2 corner right now, I guess. He fell off a lot. Xavier Rhodes used to be one of the best corners in football. Now he's a 77 overall, man. He's not too good. Also, check out that experience. 23,000 out of 17,000. I think he should have an experience point here, Madden. But whatever. He's a 77 overall. I'm not sure what he started out as in this game, but it was definitely in like the mid to high 80s. I imagine he almost dropped about 10 overall points. But yeah, he's not that great anymore. I'll probably end up trading him. Also, there's a weird glitch going on where I can't see like the icon of which player I'm at. Hold on, what's going on? There, it's back. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about Trey Waynes now. Trey Waynes, I guess, is the number 1 corner. He's the highest overall corner on the team. Very fast, 94 speed. But I think Trey Waynes is the player who's also very expensive. And this team has pretty decent young cornerback depth. Mackenzie Alexander isn't too bad. He's young. He's 25 years old. They have Holton Hill, who's like 22 years old or something. He's very young. I think he was a rookie a year ago. Yeah, he was a rookie a year ago out of Texas, 22 years old. And they also have Mike Hughes, who they drafted last year as well. He is also 22 years old. So honestly, I would be comfortable trading away Trey Waynes and Xavier Rhodes to keep these 3 younger guys who probably have more potential than both of them. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'll do yet, but that's not, out of my box of options. Harrison Smith, though, is a great strong safety. He's a 94 overall, one of the highest rated players in this entire game. He's a stud. At free safety, they have Anthony Harris. I think Vikings fans really like this player. I haven't seen too much on him, but I know a lot of people think he's underrated. At least Vikings fans do. I'm not sure about this year, but I think last year he had a solid year. He should probably be a higher overall. I don't know. Ben Gideon Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr at linebacker. Eric Kendricks is having a great season. He's an 85 overall. That's definitely a pretty big upgrade from the start of the year. That's cool to see. And then on the defensive line, Everson Griffin, Daniil Hunter, great edge rushing duo. Linval Joseph is one of the starting defensive tackle. I finally freaking said the name. I said that about 6 times, and my voice kept dying when I said Linval. And they also have Shamar Stephen here at the second defensive tackle position. Their defensive line is very good. I can use another defensive tackle for sure. Also, Everson Griffin will probably be regressing a lot in the near future. I'm not going to trade him for this first year, but I want to see if I can draft, his replacement this year potentially, because there's always an abundance of edge rushers in these drafts in Madden. But anyway, let's get started. Let's trade some players away. I'm honestly just looking to build up the offensive line and then probably snag a couple more draft picks. I really don't want to trade for all that many players because I don't think this team really needs much. This Kirk Cousins contract is mind-boggling, by the way. I get he's good, but it's $29 million cap hit. All right, I'll keep Kirk Cousins for this year most likely, but I'm going to try to draft his replacement as soon as possible. Okay, we just dumped a lot of cap on the Dolphins, and in return, we're getting their first-round draft pick. Kyle Rudolph and Hill are going to the Bengals for their first-round draft pick. Well, this is a pretty big trade. I'm giving the Buccaneers Andrew Sendejo, who I had no idea signed back with the Vikings after he got cut by the Eagles, Xavier Rhodes, and Trey Waynes for Ali Marpet and Vita Vea. Part of me didn't want to get rid of Trey Waynes because he's the best cornerback on this team. But he is making a lot of money for somebody who's only a 78 overall. I definitely like this trade a lot. Also, I know I trade for Ali Marpet a lot. It's difficult to trade for different offensive linemen, man. The ones I trade for are the easiest ones to get. If you don't trade for these guys, you either have to get really poor offensive linemen or you just can't trade for any of them at all. Like, I can't trade for a good left tackle. I tried pretty much every single time just in case something changes with the trade logic. I try to trade for really good right tackles. It's really hard. It's easy to trade for guards, but that's about it, man. So that's why I always get the same guys over and over again. I do apologize, but this team needs offensive linemen, so what am I supposed to do? Those are going to be all the trades I make for this first season. I really didn't make all that many, if you consider my old rebuilds and whatnot. I usually go all out, but this team doesn't have a ton of trade value on it, and I didn't really want to trade that many starters away. But on offense, we added Ali Marpet, who is a massive upgrade at left guard. He's going to be starting there, and Pat Elflein slid to right guard. I think that should be fine for us. His offensive line is coming along. I just need a left tackle. I will draft one, hopefully this year, or draft some tackle or something and slide him over. Usually you can get away with that in simulation. Irv Smith Jr. is going to be the starting tight end. I kind of alluded to that earlier. And then defensively, we added Vita Vea. I didn't really expect to add anybody on the defensive line here, but it was pretty easy to get, and he was definitely worth it. He can take over Linval Joseph's spot once Joseph retires, because he's 30 years old. Or not retires, he probably won't retire this rebuild, but once he starts regressing really badly, and I can't really start him anymore. But that is going to be the team. I think this team actually has some potential this year. Hopefully our offense can play well. I don't really think the defense is going to play poorly. Maybe the secondary, but we have some pretty young, promising cornerbacks, so I'm not exactly worried about it. We just lost to the Redskins in Week 8, so that's not very good. The team is 2-6. An 83 overall team is 2-6. Okay, the Packers 6-2, Lions 4-3, the Bears 3-4. I can agree with all those other rankings, but not really us. Whatever. What does Garrett Bradbury have for development? He's one of the few hiddens. Also, Irv Smith is hidden on offense. What do they both have? They both have star development. It's kind of what I figured they'd have. Defensively, they have a couple experience points going around. Okay, not too bad. Anthony Harris is the top free agent. He's definitely pretty good, but I don't know if I want to bring him back, to be honest. I think Mackenzie Alexander is a player I would like to retain. That's honestly it for now. I'll see what Anthony Harris does during the season, and I'll, reconsider him later. We did not make the playoffs here. That's not really surprising after that mid-season record. We finished 5-11. Madden simulation is a joke, man. Kirk Cousins, 4,212 yards, 33 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's a great season. What happened? Dalvin Cook was pretty good. A bit underwhelming, though, to be honest, for a 94 overall. Stephon Diggs was fantastic. Adam Thielen was good. Irv Smith got 4 touchdowns. Okay. I guess the defense was just that bad. Also, Aviante Collins played really poorly, but he's like a 60-something overall. We will fix that in the draft. 130 tackles for Eric Kendricks, leads the team. 17 tackles for loss for Vita Vea. 15 for Everson Griffin, who had 9 sacks. 8 sacks for Linval Joseph. 2 interceptions for Eric Kendricks and Mike Hughes. 1 for Harrison Smith, Mackenzie Alexander, and Anthony Harris. Defensive touchdowns, we don't have any. No safeties. No blocked kicks. We have 2 forced fumbles. and neither were recovered. Okay, so we were 18th on offense. Defense had to have been like last, right? 32nd, dude. Yeah, they were last. How is this defense last? I don't understand. It is a good defense. I'm just saying, it's like an 85 overall. That's not bad. I guess Josh Allen's winning MVP, so that makes sense. Nobody from the Vikings. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Dak Prescott. Kirk Cousins at number 9. Okay. Defensive Player of the Year, Jadeveon Clowney. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kyler Murray. Irv Smith and Alexander Madison at 5 and 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Byron Murphy. Nobody from the Vikings. Yeah, it's whatever. This team doesn't make too much sense. I've had really bad luck with the Vikings in the past. Hopefully, though, we can have some better luck in the coming years. Surprisingly, the Broncos made the Super Bowl against the Packers here. If the Broncos win the Super Bowl, I'm going to be baffled. The Broncos lost, but, you know, it was a decently close game, 24-14. Whatever, I'm actually just surprised they made it there in the first place. Okay, so any development upgrades before I check out if I want to bring anybody back? I kind of doubt it. Kirk Cousins, maybe. He had a really good season. Kirk Cousins did not go up in development, but Stephon Diggs did. He is now a superstar, which is cool. Defensively, Anthony Barr is a superstar. Okay, I don't really remember him doing all that much. I don't think anybody else went up in development, though, but Linval Joseph and Everson Griffin are regressing, man. This sucks. Hopefully we can sign somebody in free agency, and maybe I can trade away Linval Joseph next year. I don't know. I don't really want to, but I mean, what do you want me to do with him, man? He's going to regress so poorly. We have negative $16 million to sign some players, so I can't do that. Okay, so Chris Jones would probably be the player I would have went after. He's right there. He's not even getting any offers. Linval Joseph's contract is another 6 years. Okay, Melvin Gordon's here. That's not a player you normally see. We definitely have to manage this cap situation somehow. I'll probably trade away some of these pieces next year to try to get some better pieces. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I'll see you guys in the draft. All right, let's enter the draft. I think I have 3 picks in like the top 10. So that's pretty cool. I have the first overall pick, which is awesome. I will probably try to trade this pick away, but I need to make sure I trade it to a team who does not need a wide receiver, man. There's a wide receiver in this class who looks like one of the best wide receivers I have ever seen. I think I'm going to trade this one away with the Raiders, because I kind of want to try to get 2 first-round draft picks again. Let me see if the Raiders would take a wide receiver. I kind of doubt it, but you never really know. They probably need linebacker more than anything. That's usually who they target. So wide receiver is not one of their top needs. They don't really need one. I'm going to just hope they don't take a wide receiver. I'm going to try to take both of their first-round draft picks and probably their first next year as well. Okay, I couldn't get their first-rounder next year, but I did get their second-rounder next year. Now, let's just really hope they don't take a wide receiver. I don't think they will. They went with a left tackle, Stephen Billups. I think he was the top left tackle in the class. He really didn't look all that good, so I'm all right with it. But we will be taking Lewis Morton, I believe. We also have the 3rd pick. I think I'm going to use that on a quarterback. But Lewis Morton, A+ medium, A- spec catch, A- catch in traffic. I think this guy is going to be extremely good. So welcome to the team. He's a 77. Okay, it's not one of the best receivers I guess I've ever drafted. I thought he was going to be in the 80s. Okay, I thought he was going to be an 80, I should say. He's ranked number 3. His medium route running is 90. I thought that was going to be higher than that. Okay, so a little bit underwhelming for his top 3 skills, but he's still a great receiver. I will take it, and I'm pretty certain he won the Heisman. So that's always a pretty cool sign. But I think now, are we going to go offensive, or are we going to go quarterback now? That would probably be smart. I should probably go quarterback. And then I think I'm going to go offensive lineman and then elsewhere. Okay, so I think we're going to go Adrian McAdams. Really was hoping his name was Adam McAdams. It's either him or Zach Nance, and I think Adrian McAdams looks better. I'm going to take him. I think I'm going to trade Kirk Cousins this season. His contract is way too much for me, to be honest. He's a 72 with hidden. I didn't think he was going to be that high of an overall because that's just what happens this year, man. He's not that great. He's good enough to start, though. I think he can at least win Rookie of the Year and go up in development. That is, as long as he doesn't already have, like, X Factor or something. At number 9 overall, though, here we will be taking an offensive lineman. I was going to go with a defensive end in this draft, but Everson Griffin's still not bad. I think I can take one next year. So almost all of the offensive linemen are gone who I wanted, but Andy Kincaid is still here, and I'm definitely comfortable starting him at left tackle. He's a 78 overall hidden development trait, ranked number 1. This is the best player in the entire class. I will take that. This next pick is super exciting. I really hope he doesn't go. I don't think he will. So Brian Glass just went. That leads me to believe that this guy is still available. He is Sean Thomas. Take a look at this combine. He is first in everything, aside bench press, where he's second. I mean, come on. This guy looks like the best strong safety in the class. He's a 77. I think he is the best strong safety in the class. This guy is a stud. 94 speed, 91 acceleration. The thing is, though, we have Harrison Smith. I'm fully aware that we have Harrison Smith, but I need a free safety. So maybe Harrison Smith slides to free safety since this guy's zone coverage is pitiful. That might have to be the move. Part of me wants to go with Keelan Bartholomew here. It's a great name. Just because, you know, he was supposed to go in the first round, and he's still here in the second round, right? He could be in the 70s. He could also have hidden development trait. It's very intriguing. I don't know if I will, though. We also have this defensive tackle who I really want. I think I'm going to go with the defensive tackle. This could be stupid, but here we go. 71 overall normal development. Wasn't the best pick I could have had at that time. Actually, it was a good pick. It was a very good pick. But I imagine that outside linebacker is probably a little better. Keelan Bartholomew, 74 overall. I had a feeling he was going to be a little better. He could have been one of our edge rushers as well. That blows, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. We definitely will. I also was, you know, hoping that defensive tackle had like hidden or something. I thought it could have worked out pretty well. But here I think I'm going to go with William Amerson. Looks like a very athletic right tackle. Maybe he can do something for us. He's a 65 overall. He most certainly cannot do something for us. Let's sim to the end of the draft now. I think this draft went pretty well for us. We drafted some players who will definitely become immediate starters, especially this wide receiver. I'm hoping this wide receiver has some kind of crazy development trait. I think he might just because he won the Heisman. We'll see, though. Adrian McAdams will also become the starting quarterback right now. I'm going to try to trade Kirk Cousins. I don't even think anybody will have the cap room to even take him. We'll see, though. Andy Kincaid will be a starting left tackle. Sean Thomas will start somewhere. And then the rest of the draft didn't really go too well. But we got the number 1 ranked player in the class, which is phenomenal. But who else was good? There was a bunch of 77s. We have 2 other 77s as well. Look, it's Ed Sen. It's Chandler Sen's long-lost cousin. Richie Abbott, Mac Spidle, however you want to pronounce that one. Perry Tripp, a pretty good-looking running back. There's a running back at the top as well who looked good. This draft wasn't too bad, but nobody in the 80s. So I can't really do much about the cap situation, which is definitely unfortunate, but this will be the team for this season. We'll just have to wait for Kirk Cousins' contract to run out. What if I cut him? What would happen? Probably be a massive penalty. Yeah, look at that. It'll free $1.5 million in cap, but incur a penalty of $29.5 million. That makes sense, because every time I tried to trade him, it only took like $1.5 million off my cap, so that's where that comes from. But this will be the team for this season. It's not a bad team at all, but neither was last year's team. And they didn't make the playoffs, so I really don't know what to expect. I actually have to make one difference. I'll just tell you what it's going to be. Harrison Smith will probably be free safety. You know what? No, I'll put this guy at free safety. Why not? He doesn't have good zone coverage, but I really don't think that matters too much in simulation. But here's the team. Hopefully they spell well, is almost what I just said because I read this guy's last name. Actually got kind of caught off guard because we have a hidden development outside linebacker who actually looks pretty good. Okay, you'll be the backup middle linebacker. That's pretty awesome. But I'll see you guys at the midseason. Now let's check out what the record here is at week 9. We're actually playing pretty well. We are 5-3. Just behind the Packers in the division, the Lions are 3-5. The Bears are 2-5. Let's check out these development traits. We have a lot of very important ones here. The quarterback, I think, is the most important. Give me, like, superstar at least, please. The quarterback is an X factor. Boys, that is phenomenal. I will make sure to show that I didn't change anything in this draft class. That is wonderful. We don't know anything about Morton yet. But the fact that he has 3 experience points leads me to believe that he has more than star. But we'll see what happens, of course. Defensively, the safety has star. Alright, that would have been cool if that could have been something else. I don't think we have any other development trait reveals on defense here. But okay, we have an X Factor quarterback. I mean, doesn't really get much better than that. But let me show you guys that I did not change anything in the draft class. I should probably just stop doing this. I kind of imagine a lot of you guys trust me. Because I say this all the time. If you guys don't trust me, like, leave. I don't want you to watch my videos if you think I cheat all the time. So draft class edit, there's none. Player edit, there's none. I didn't do anything. It's not that hard to draft X Factors. But who do we have to bring back to the team? Oh, Dalvin Cook. We don't have money at all. That's why Dalvin Cook always goes to free agency. But also Kirk Cousins is here. Not bringing him back to the team. Do we have money for Dalvin Cook? Please tell me we do. We do. Okay, we have money for Dalvin Cook. Why does he always hit free agency then? Ben Gideon, I would like. Pat Elflein, I think I'd like back as well. Holton Hill. Holton Hill's definitely an interesting one. He's not super good, but he's still very young. And we don't have good corners as it is anyway. I kind of want to wait till free agency, though, and sign a really good stud cornerback. Hopefully we can. Let's bring back Dalvin Cook for a very long time. He's the best player on this team. Who do I want? I don't really know if I want Ben Gideon yet. He probably doesn't want much, but, like, you don't need a good outside linebacker if, like, your middle and your other outside are your sub linebackers. The other guy doesn't really play too much in this game, so I'm not too worried about it. I will give Pat Elflein a contract, though, because he's a good offensive lineman for us. A 3-year contract maybe might be a bit much, but it's not that big of a deal. I'll sign those two guys back, and now we will simulate. The team didn't make the playoffs. 8-8. Okay, we got pretty close. That's very unfortunate, though, man. How did the quarterback play? Not that well. How many interceptions, though? This is important. Yeah, he didn't really have a good season at all. Adrian McAdams, but he has an X factor. He has so much potential. That's okay. I'll take it. Dalvin Cook was actually super good this year. 5 yards per carry with 17 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? Stephon Diggs was pretty good. Lewis Morton wasn't phenomenal. Irv Smith Jr. also not that great. Adam Thielen. Yeah, it kind of has to be that way when your quarterback isn't playing too well. The receivers can only really do so much. The offensive line got a little bit better. 134 tackles here for Eric Kendricks. 18 tackles for loss for Linval Joseph. Still playing at such a high level being, his age. 7 sacks for Everson Griffin leads the team. 4 interceptions for Eric Kendricks. 3 for Anthony Barr and Mackenzie Alexander. 2 for Harrison Smith. 1 for Holton Hill, Mike Hughes, and Chris Boyd, who had 8 tackles. Okay. Do we have any defensive touchdowns? We do not. Any safeties? No. We have at least 2 blocked kicks, though. Eric Kendricks and Anthony Barr each got 1. Forced fumbles, we have 2. 1 was recovered. Pretty boring defensive stats, to be honest. 19th in the NFL in offense. Not too bad, I guess. 27th on defense. That's not great. I mean, 19th isn't even that good. That's the bottom half of the NFL. Brett Hundley is at number 3. He's a 68 overall. Number 3 for MVP. Because that's how real life works. Dalvin Cook at number 7. I'll take that for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Eric Kendricks. Anthony Barr at number 4. That's pretty cool. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Adrian... That's not his name. Adrian McAdams. I think I said an M at the end of that one. Lewis Morton at number 2. This rookie class didn't seem that good then, aside from what, who we got. Sean Thomas is the Defensive Rookie of the Year. That was very unexpected. Okay, Randall Dawson's also up there. Taylor Trevino, I think that's a defensive tackle at number 10. Okay. I did not expect to win both of those. I actually didn't even expect to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but that's sweet. I'll take it. So the Cowboys and the Ravens, I feel like these two teams make the Super Bowl like every single rebuild. The Cowboys win the Super Bowl 34-31. Let's check out what this wide receiver's development is. Did we get 2 X Factors? That would be huge. We did not. Okay, we got a star at wide receiver. That's fine. I guess I'll take it. But we have 9 experience points for the quarterback. He's going to be a beast, man. This guy has superstar? Are you kidding me? This random outside linebacker has superstar development. What? That is amazing. Yeah, he's going to start instead of Ben Gideon next season. Oh, that is amazing. I don't even know how that happens, dude. He was like a 67 overall. Thank you, computer. I will take it. Let's hop into free agency here. I'm looking for a cornerback. Potentially looking for some edge. We have $10 million. We can probably realistically bring in 1 player. The top player is Trent Williams, Joey Bosa, and Tre'Davious White. Okay. Can we get both of these guys? Tre'Davious White is not receiving any contracts. I would love to get at least one of them. Do we even have enough money to offer Joey Bosa something good? We don't. Oh, man, I want Joey Bosa so badly. That sucks really, really badly. I honestly don't even think we're going to get Tre'Davious White. I can only give him 60 points worth of a contract. He's probably not going to accept it this time. And then somebody else is going to bid ahead of me next time, and I won't be able to do anything about it. Please show me Tre'Davious White. He would be such a big acquisition to this team. No. No, please. I'm going to miss out on Joey Bosa and Tre'Davious White, aren't I? This is going to suck so bad. I knew it. I can't do anything about this either. This sucks so badly, man. I guess we can get Richard Sherman. But I don't want Richard Sherman. I want Tre'Davious White. I can't do anything about this. If I try to raise anything, it says I have to restructure the contract. Let's give Richard Sherman a contract and at least get a cornerback. Man, dude, that's so annoying. 2 ridiculously good players hit free agency at the same time, and I can't sign either of them. I probably could have managed my cap a little bit better by trying to trade away Everson Griffin or Linval Joseph or something, but I couldn't even make those trades really go through. Nobody else has cap to accept it. It sucks. Richard Sherman is on the team now, so at least we got somebody. All right, let's load into the draft here. We probably have a pretty bad pick since we went 8-8 this season. Let's quickly check out who's on the draft board. Maybe I'll trade up and try to snag someone. I'm still in the area like to trade Linval Joseph and Everson Griffin, so if that comes up, I'll do it. It's also taking me forever to freaking connect because my internet is so crappy at this apartment. It's so annoying. We have the 16th pick. We have the actual middle pick in the first round. The Dolphins, I didn't get to pause the draft in time, so the Dolphins get the pick now. And it's going to take another year and a half to show me. Hashtag get Shram better internet. Get that trending. DeMarcus Woodley is not a player I would have went with. I did not mean to resume the draft. I meant to pause it. I didn't know the pause actually went through. All right. Jesus, man. Okay, this is all over the place here. Let's check out the draft class. Malcolm Kelly looks pretty good. Early first round talent. He's a player I'd consider trading up for. Pretty good looking cornerback as well. Andrew Peoples. Okay, that's a player I'd also consider trading up for. Any random corners in like later rounds or something? Not really. There's a couple of these guys down here who look pretty good. No one like crazy good though. Oh, there's this guy though. Anthony Farrell? I think he's a player we can afford to wait until the second round for. Oh, he's a player I want really badly. That is awesome. Okay. He may not be as good as Malcolm Kelly. Do I care? Not at all. Also, this guy's a 7 combine grade. Dude, this can be a great latter half of the draft. I think I'm going to trade up to take this cornerback, though. Andrew Peoples. I'll probably just trade up now, even though he's not really supposed to go until the mid-first round. Whatever. I'll just make sure I get him here. Who do you want? You want Everson Griffin? I'll give you Everson Griffin. Hey, you actually want him? That should go through. It's not going to go through. Hold on. I'll make it work. Boom. We did it. A second this year, third next year. Everson Griffin to the Eagles for the second overall pick. Okay, here we go. Let's take a cornerback. Because that cornerback looks really good. Andrew Peoples is on the team. 75. He's not phenomenal. Probably the best corner in this class, though, and he will come in and start immediately. It's just great how B+ zone coverage equates to a 79. I understand how it works. It's just funny to see sometimes. I think with the 16th pick now, I will go with that defensive end who's supposed to go later, who skipped the combine. That guy looks so interesting to me, man. Even if there's defensive ends still left, I'm taking the baller. You guys already know. Tell me he's still here. Matt Wakefield, you suck. Nothing against Matt Wakefield. I don't know why I just did that. But here we go. There are a couple other guys above him, but Anthony Farrell looks actually really good, and he skipped the combine. You know I have to take him. If it actually lets me take him, it's loading. Can I please see what he's all about? No, I can't. Awesome. Tell me I get to take him again, and I didn't just spoil what his overall was and make it really anticlimactic. I want to see that card, man. I want to see him pop up on the screen, flexing both arms. If I can ever connect back. Oh, okay, yeah. Please, somebody, I'm going to open a P.O. box. Can somebody send me some internet? Ooh, we gotta love the entire blacked out draft board back there. Look at it, man. It's my aesthetic. It looks beautiful. If this game would load, that would be really cool. I hate loaded. Matt Wakefield is still here. Screw you, man. I hate you. I don't actually hate you. But I'm going to associate you with bad connection now. Screw Matt Wakefield. 74 overall. Hidden development for this guy. Yes. Okay. He's going to start. He's flexing both arms. I knew it. He's ranked number 11. He was supposed to go, what, like the 4th round? This guy's a beast. The next Everson Griffin. Skip the combine. I can see it in the title now. That probably won't actually be the title. But now, mid-second round, we're going with this dude we didn't scout at all. Zay Fulton, you suck too, okay? I don't know why I keep doing this. We're going to go with this defensive tackle with a 7.0 combine. Dude, oh my lord, look at this guy. I don't even care what his top 3 skills are. This guy's going to be a 76 with hidden. Are you ready for it? 70 with normal. Ha! It's like combine doesn't mean as much as I think it does, man. That's funny. When I drafted him, I kind of did like that meme where the dude like puts his head back and okay. I'll probably put a little gif of it on the screen or something. That's exactly what I did in real life. Kind of weird to say, but I was genuinely surprised. I really thought that guy was going to be something. I really did. Tyson Kirkpatrick, what are you? I'm just going to keep making fun of all the Redskins draft picks, man. That's what we do on this channel. We're going to go with this free safety. It's the Pope. Ooh, 66 overall. The Pope is not good at football. That would be a great quote out of context, by the way. The Pope is not good at football? I mean, come on. Someone start a Shram out of context Twitter account. I'll follow you. I will. And just keep posting weird clips of me if you make it this far into the video. I'm just rambling now, dude. I don't know what to do. I'm tired. I recorded another rebuild before this, man. I'm fried, all right? Ooh. Not like that fried. Not drug. Dude, drugs are bad, all right? Not that fried. I don't even know if all this is going to make it into the final video. You know, part of me hates when YouTubers say that. Because it's like, deep down, they know that it's going in the video. That's what's happening with me, at least now. Like, I'm sure all this will make it into the final cut. I don't know. That's always been a little pet peeve of mine, and I just did it. I don't know. Okay. I just became what I hate. Let's check out the draft board, though. The draft recap. We did not get the best player, but we did get a top player in the class. I think he was a top 10 player. 75 overall. Really isn't bad this year. It says we reached. I'm pretty sure it said we reached on that pick, but if you guys think that's a bad pick, then I don't think you have a good understanding of how drafting works this year. But that wasn't a bad draft. I will take it. That defensive tackle was massively underwhelming, though. Who was the best player in this class? A 79 overall right end? Probably that guy. There was a 79 overall right tackle as well. A 77 in the 3rd round. I didn't scout this guy. He only has normal development, but geez, man. He's really good. Trey Baker, Malcolm Kelly also look really good. Moses Woody, Marvin Starks, DeMarcus Woodley. DeMarcus Woodley sounds like a real person. That's a good name. I can definitely see that being an actual football player one day. DeMarcus Woodley? I like that. I'm going to need someone to explain this one to me. Linval Joseph is older than Fletcher Cox. He has a much worse development. And he is 15 overall points lower. And somehow, I can still straight up trade for Fletcher Cox. Okay, I mean, all right. I got a 96 overall defensive tackle for not really giving away that much. I was honestly just trying to dump some cap on some team, and I was like, I wonder how close I can get this. And that's how close I could get it. All right, so this is going to be the team for what may be the final season. I'm not exactly sure yet, but this offense looks really good. In my opinion, I think this offense is fantastic. We have a great quarterback. We have one of the best running backs in the NFL. We have a great wide receiver core. We have a very solid offensive line. It's slowly getting very good. Irv Smith is still not a bad tight end. And then defensively, we have so many X factors on the side of the ball. 2 superstars as well. We have another cornerback who could potentially be a superstar. We have a defensive end who can potentially be a superstar. I like the outlook of this team. Let's see how well they play, though. I would love to know how this team did not make the playoffs. 9-7. Oh my god. All right. So our quarterback, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 9 picks. That is a great season. I didn't mean to hit B, by the way. That's a fantastic season. Okay. Good job on you. Dalvin Cook, very good once again. 5 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. I'll take it. Stephon Diggs was great, but Lewis Morton, 15 touchdowns. That's a pretty crazy season as well. He's averaging like a touchdown every 4 catches. That's nuts. All right, good sack numbers. Nothing too bad there. Defensively, 137 tackles for Eric Kendricks, 15 tackles for loss for Fletcher Cox, who has 9 sacks, leads the team. Farrell got 6, not too bad. Daniel Hunter got 6 down there as well. 4 picks for Richard Sherman, 2 for Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks, and Harrison Smith, 1 for Taylor Trevino, and 1 for Andrew Peoples. Do we have any defensive touchdowns here? We do not. No safeties. And 1 blocked kick from Harrison Smith. 2 forced fumbles for Eric Kendricks. Not too bad. He recovered 2 as well. All right, I'll take it. 11th on offense. Defense must be pretty poor then if we didn't make the playoffs here. 20th. How is this defense 20th? I don't get it. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. Nobody from the Vikings. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Teddy Bridgewater. Our quarterback, though, at number 5. Defensive Player of the Year is Eric Kendricks again. Is that back-to-back? I think it is. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Will Grayson. Ryan Mundy at number 4. He's like our backup quarterback. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Anthony Farrell, Andrew Peoples at 2 and 3. Almost, but not quite. All right, let's sim to the Super Bowl. I'll go another season with this one. Hopefully we can make the playoffs this time. The Browns and the Panthers are in the Super Bowl there. Let's see who ends up winning. It's going to be the Browns, 35-21. Let's see these, these few development reveals that we have. Also, maybe some upgrades. I feel like our wide receiver should go up to Superstar. He did not. He had 15 touchdowns or whatever that said. How did he not go up? It's kind of crazy, actually. Defensively, Eric Kendricks is finally a superstar. This guy's a superstar. All right. Peoples is a star developer. That's still pretty good, though. Richard Sherman's a free agent. Do I want to bring him back? Honestly, I don't know. Harrison Smith is an 83 overall now? Oh, no. Oh, this is falling apart. Oh, God. All right, we'll figure it out. Hold on. Who do we have to bring back to the team? I think Harrison Smith may be a free agent at this point. He is. So is Vita Vea. So is Brian O'Neill. Okay, the only one I really care about here is Vita Vea, to be honest. How much money do we have? We have $28 million. Okay. We can bring back Vita Vea. I'll take him. I think I'm going to let everybody else go for now. I will fill all these spots in free agency, though. I love Harrison Smith. I think he's a great player, but he's an 83. If I can find somebody in the 90s here, I'd much rather go with them. The top free agent is Jair Alexander. That's 100% a player I would like. Leighton Vander Esch is also, like, always here. I still need a strong safety. Who can we get for that? I mean, Harrison Smith isn't getting any contracts. Why is Ricardo Allen getting contracts over Harrison Smith? I don't know. We could also go with a free safety and then slide our free safety back to strong. I don't think I'm going to do that. But let's go after a couple of these guys and see who can end up landing. Okay, I went after a couple different players. Let's see who we ended up getting. One of them is going to be massive. We got Harrison Smith. We got Jair Alexander. Oh, that is huge. I am so happy with Alexander. We still need a right tackle since we let go of our, previous starting right tackle. I tried to go after Connor Williams, who nobody was giving a contract to. I know he's a left guard, but I could have probably slid him over. Now our defense, though. Oh, this is looking fierce, man. Look at all the color. That's how you know a defense is good, by how colorful it is. I'm just going to simulate straight to the draft. We have, like, no more money anyway. I don't think I could up the contract on Connor Williams even if I wanted to. Let's just check if we got him really quickly. I highly doubt it. We did not get him. It's not that big of a deal. I'll figure something out. I can probably just draft an offensive lineman or something here. But let's enter the draft. It's probably going to take me another 4 years to get into the draft. All right, let's check out who is in this draft. The first pick already went by because that's what usually happens to me. But what do we need? We need an offensive lineman, right? There's this left tackle who looks really nice. Mike Vaughn. All right, let's check him out a little bit more. 6.6 combine grade, looking pretty good. His left guard also looks pretty solid. A couple good offensive linemen here, like usual. Wesley Armstrong looks nice, not as strong, so I don't really want to go with him as much. Blake Allen. This is tough. Blake Allen looks nice, but so does Mike Vaughn. 37 bench press reps compared to 39. It's not that big of a difference, and this Vaughn guy has better top 3 skills. All right, here we are trading up with the Jaguars, getting the 5th overall pick for this defensive tackle, and then a 2nd this year and next year. This left tackle will probably be off the board by the time I pick, but who cares? I'm going to simulate anyway. We can probably at least take some sort of offensive lineman with this pick. Our right guard just went, so this left tackle is probably gone too. He is gone. It's okay. I think I'm going to go with this right tackle then. He should still be here. Blake Allen, welcome to the team. 77 overall normal development. That's perfectly fine by my standards. He can start at right tackle for us for this final season. And now let's simulate to pick number 20, where I maybe even could have taken that guy then, but I definitely did not want to risk it. Who is still here? A quarterback. I love going backup quarterbacks, man. I do. There's a running back. There's a really nice looking defensive tackle. Also a really nice looking outside linebacker. Ooh, this guy looks nice, man. I'm going to go with this outside linebacker. He's a 74 with hidden. Hey, this guy's really good. He can probably be our backup middle linebacker because I'm still going to stick it out with that superstar outside linebacker we have just to see what he can develop into. You know, it would be really unfortunate if that outside linebacker has superstar that we just drafted and I bench him. So part of me wants to start that guy. He's not going to play much anyway, so I might as well. In the off chance he has superstar, you never know. He probably has star, but, you know, it could be something else. So let's check out who the top ranked player in this class was. Dude, I'm dead, man. My voice hurts. I recorded a couple videos today. It's late. This is what I do for you guys, though. I could have just ended it there, but nah. I need to make the playoffs with this team. This team is fully capable of making the playoffs. It should have made it, honestly, the past 3 seasons. But it was just like, yeah, nope, we're not going to. Okay, well, nobody else here looks pretty good. So, let's go to the entire NFL. Who is the best player in this class? There's 4 77s. This is a pretty bad class. Mike Vaughn looked nice. He went at pick number 2. I kind of figured he'd go to the Chiefs. I just could not trade up with them. There's a 3rd round running back. There's a 77 overall. Yeah, that guy's nice. I get, dude, the Titans take so many running backs. They always get the best ones, too. It's crazy. All right, this is going to be the team for the final season. It's an 89 overall, 91 offense, 87 defense. If this team doesn't make the playoffs, I'm going to be insanely surprised, okay? This team is good. It's definitely very good. I've made the playoffs with far worse teams. I've made it to the Super Bowl with far worse teams. So we will see what happens. Also, I forgot to point this out a really long time ago. Anthony Barr went up to X Factor, I think, after like the 2nd year. When I was like freaking out about Spellman having superstar development, I think it was that year Anthony Barr went up to X Factor. So I'm sure somebody's going to comment that I missed it. I didn't. I made a mental note of it just very late. But yeah, this is the team. Hopefully they play well. I'll let you guys know what the record is at the end of the season. Boys, it took me 4 years, but we made the playoffs. 11-5. That's not a bad record. We finally win the division. 8-7-1 for the Lions and Bears. 6-9-1 for the Packers. Every other team tied. Look at that. Our quarterback played really well this year. 13 picks is a bit much, but I'll excuse it for 4,200 yards, 37 touchdowns. That's a good year. Dalvin Cook continuing his just utter dominance, man. 11 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. He's a glitch. Nobody really had a crazy number of yards, but the ball was pretty well distributed. 9 touchdowns for Irv Smith, 8 for Adam Thielen, 8 for Lewis Morton. Not bad at all. Stephon Diggs had a pretty down year, but it's all right. Andy Kincaid was pretty poor this year. Ali Marpet also regressed a little bit, I guess. 123 tackles again. Eric Kendricks is our tackle leader, like always. Anthony Farrell, 15 tackles for loss, 14 for Daniel Hunter. Farrell had 9 sacks as well. That's a great sophomore season. 5 interceptions for Anthony Barr. Okay. 4 for Jair Alexander, 2 for Eric Kendricks, Andrew Peoples, Harrison Smith, and Mackenzie Alexander. 1 for Sean Thomas, Thurman Woodward, and Jonathan Pope. The Pope got a pick. Look at that, even though he sucks at football. Defensive touchdowns, 1 from Jair Alexander. No safeties, no blocked kicks. 1 forced fumble, and it wasn't recovered. We are really bad at forcing fumbles, man. We were first on offense. That's pretty cool to see. Defense top 15. We were 8th, top 10. Let's go. MVP, Deshaun Watson. Mitchell Trubisky always just has to make the list somewhere. Adrian McAdams at number 5. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Ezekiel Elliott, our quarterback, though, at number 4. Dalvin Cook at number 6. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Eric Kendricks is at number 8, but Anthony Barr didn't make it? All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Deion Shelby. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Thurman Woodward at number 5. I'll take it. These are, what? Who was that? Oh, our outside linebacker. That's who it was. Best quarterback, Adrian McAdams. I feel like I said Anthony McAdams or Andy or something. Dude, I can't read right now. Best running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Dalvin Cook at number 3. These NFC running backs are something else, dude. Look at how many crazy running backs there are. Ezekiel Elliott's a 99. Christian McCaffrey's a 99. Dalvin Cook's a 97. Saquon's a 96. Alvin Kamara's a 96. Todd Gurley regressed a bit, but man, some of these players are insane. Devontae Adams, the best wide receiver. Christian Kirk at number 3. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside as well. Taylor Gabriel on the Eagles. Okay. Nobody from the Vikings in this list. That makes sense, though. Best offensive lineman, of course, it's Zach Martin. Ali Marpet at 6, even though he didn't really play well. Best defensive lineman, Aaron Donald. Anthony Farrell at number 6. Let's go. Best linebacker, Khalil Mack. Anthony Barr at number 6. See, this makes no sense to me. Anthony Barr's in the best linebacker list, but he's not in Defensive Player of the Year. But Eric Kendricks is, and Eric Kendricks isn't in the best linebacker list. I don't get it. Best defensive back is Jabril Peppers. Jair Alexander at number 5. I will take it. Best kicker, Eddie Pinheiro. Is our kicker in this? Giorgio Tavecchio. There he is at number 7. Let's get it, my dude. So let's check out the development trait of this outside linebacker. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, I know. Sitting at the edge of your seat, laying at the edge of your bed. I don't know. Sitting at the edge of your couch. Here we go. Let's see. He is superstar. Dude, wow. This rebuild has been insane with me drafting. Like, I'm telling you, man, look how colorful the defense is. We actually have more players, more starters, who are at least a superstar than we do star on defense. That's insane. On offense, yeah, we have a pretty good number of them, but we also have like 5 stars and a normal in there, 2 normals in there if you count the fullback. This is insane, dude. Who is this? What? Who is this? Who are you? What? This dude has 95 speed? He's a superstar? Where did that come from? I didn't draft this guy. The computer did that. All right. This definitely warrants another check to show you guys I didn't change any draft classes. This is absolutely absurd. This is like the weirdest drafting ever. That's all I gotta say. Draft class edit, none. Player edit, none. You thought, right? No, probably not. I hope not. But let's upgrade some players. My voice just cracked there. I feel like I've been talking for a month straight. That half a sip of water was so refreshing. Here we go. 43 players upgraded. Let's check out what the team is looking like now. 89. 92 offense, 87 defense. Not bad. We have to take on the 49ers. They are 8-7-1, which means we have probably, what? I'm going to say a 98% chance of losing. Let's go with that. Also, I don't think Dalvin Cook's or Jair Alexander's superstar X Factor abilities are active right now. Why do they even have X Factor if there's no abilities to go with them? Madden, fix your game, please. Fix the kick meter, first and foremost. I don't know if that's still a thing, but that's the most annoying thing in franchise. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, we don't have Dalvin Cook's X Factor ability activated. We do not have Jair Alexander's either. Whatever, man. Let's just simulate. Can we beat the 49ers? We're probably not going to anyway. Did we make it to the divisional round? And we didn't. 30-13. This is where this rebuild comes to an end. Let me go to the Super Bowl. See if anybody went up in development or anything crazy. I can't believe how many like superstars or X Factors or whatever we drafted. Also, I can't believe the computer drafted me 2 superstars. They seldom even draft me a hidden development trait guy, let alone a superstar. That's insane. But here we go. Anybody go up in development. That random wide receiver is unbelievable. Also, you know, that middle linebacker, outside linebacker. Same thing goes for him. I don't think anybody on offense went up in development. That's fine. Defensively, more color. I don't think we have any more color. That's sad. Nobody changed color. It's okay. This team is still so dominant. I don't know how they didn't make it far in the playoffs. Whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Near the end, I kind of just started rambling out of nowhere. I don't know. Maybe you guys will think it's funny or something. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching one final time. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.